Welcome back to the GC channel. I'm your host, Orlando Caceres, the president and founder of First Law International. If you're new with us, welcome. This is a channel especially for you, for the GCs and for in-house legal teams, and is powered by general counsels. We'll be covering today some of the trendiest topics, things that keep you up at night, and we hope that you will find the next few minutes invaluable and very insightful. So follow us along. And there's something that you said that I wanted to come back to, because people tend to forget how we got to now. They forget the journey. They forget that, as you said, you were one of the very first female managing partners of your former firm, where you almost spent 2 decades of your life. So you earned your stripes, you played the game in a primarily male-dominated environment where it was unheard of to have a female partner, let alone a managing partner. And then from that great experience that prepared you with some tools and skills, you then migrated to your current job with Irwin Mitchell. But even there, very quickly, you became a regional chief executive officer for business and legal services. So that already tells me, and it tells the audience, that this journey has been something that you've been after for quite some time, where now you have been recently, I don't want to say promoted, but you know what I mean. You've been recently mandated to be the group chief commercial officer, which actually expands your foothold to the world. I mean, now this is a global ability for you to make a difference through the forces of Irwin Mitchell. Tell me a little bit about the journey to get to this point for Irwin Mitchell to empower you to say, okay, you're now going to be the voice, you're going to be the face, and maybe in a funny way, the voice, as in like the musical show where you're supposed to be singing and people will identify who you are. But you know what I mean? The voice, the face, the sound of the new Irwin Mitchell. I love the new rebranding of Expert Hands, but with a new personal touch. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, I think it goes back to the type of organization that Irwin Mitchell is. As you say, I joined Irwin Mitchell in 2015. So 6 years ago, I joined Irwin Mitchell on an acquisition. So they acquired my former firm where I was managing partner. And obviously they didn't need 2 managing partners coming into the business. So my role really at the start was focused very much on integration of the 2 businesses. So frankly, keeping the people on board, making them understand the reasons for us coming into a larger organization, which was driven by the capabilities I thought a larger organization could offer us, including on the global stage. Because I think, as a local firm, that was much harder to do. And I could see the growth opportunities that were coming from there. And as you say, after about 9 months, I was asked to lead our business division. And that was flattering for me, absolutely. But again, it goes back to the type of firm, having the confidence to offer that role to somebody who you've only really known for 9 months, which was the group CEO's decision at the time, I think is a testament to him and to the board at the time that they were willing to give something new a chance. And I worked with an amazing team and had the great support of the board for the next 4 years to really build that business and our reputation there. And again, back to a brave board and a brave CEO, we reorganized ourselves in May, as you've alluded to. And I'm not sure I got promoted, but I definitely changed my job to become the chief commercial officer, because we reorganized our business into 2 to really reflect the 2 aspects of a growing business. The first is, well, who looks after our growth strategy? Who wakes up every day and thinks about how this business can grow? And who's going to look after our service delivery, our legal teams, making sure client need is delivered in exactly the way that the clients would like it to be delivered. So the COO role was created, which was my colleague who'd been running the personal legal services division, and me from the business legal service division took on the growth strategy. And I think what led to that, certainly what I was told, was playing to our individual strengths. So my colleague, who's the COO, very brilliant at service delivery, efficiency, running the legal teams. And my passion has always been the market, the clients, what the clients need. And we took a really brave decision, I think, to go client-centric in our strategy. Law firms are very, very good at selling what they do. So we go to clients, we tell them what we do, and we're brilliant at what we do, and we are. But I think what's more powerful when you engage with clients, first of all, is to listen to those clients, but actually is to really hear what their need is and to really hear what they value and try and adapt what you provide back to them in that way. And I don't think there's a law firm on this planet that would say they don't try to do that, but we put that right at the heart of our strategy. So every operational decision we make, we look to say, well, does that really reflect client need and value? Is that going to enhance it? Is it going to help the growth strategy? So it's a brave way to reorganize a law firm. I'm not aware of any other law firm in the UK that's organized in the way that we are. Certainly my first experiences in the first 6 months have been incredible. We've brought legal professionals and business development professionals together in one team with one purpose and one goal. And the power they fire off each other in that is incredible. And we've learned from each other. I mean, I've learned so much in this role already. And I really think there's a huge opportunity for growth. So I think the structure really helps that. And of course, we all know a structure must support your strategy and your goals. And I think it does that brilliantly. So I think it's a brave business to have done it. I think it's a business that's looking forward. And it's a really strong reflection, I think, of the CEO's values and principles and his own personality to give me this opportunity and to entrust me with, helping the firm to achieve its really ambitious growth goals.
Well, I think that you're being a little too humble here. I happen to know the word on the street that this was a very well thought out decision. This was not, we like Vicky, let's just give her a shot. But I think you said it, who wakes up in the morning and is now thinking 24/7 of different ways to grow the business. And the title says everything, and yet it says nothing because it's really the person, right? You're the group officer, but you're also a chief commercial officer. So it's about the business. And what you said a minute ago, and when I talked to you a few weeks back, you said, and that's a very sobering statement. You said, I don't believe that any law firm, certainly in the UK, has reorganized themselves, rebranded themselves, refocused their vision as we now have at Irwin Mitchell. And that's not a small thing to say. And of course, the pundits and the sarcastic critics are going to say, well, everybody says that. But you really mean it. Why do you feel that Irwin Mitchell, as the largest firm in the UK, has rebranded itself with, in fact, there's a new game in town? Why would you say that?
Yeah, well, a couple of things. I don't think we are the largest firm in the UK, but yeah, we're one of the largest. I think it's more about how we've organised ourselves. I think the uniqueness is in how we've organised ourselves and formed the roles behind the growth strategy, because traditionally law firms have just looked at their service line offering. And the reason we've done that is because we think that's the best way to truly absorb client need and understand it and value. You have to have a dedicated set of people who are working not only with what the markets are doing externally, so external input, but also constantly with the clients and feeding that back into the strategy to say, well, this strategy needs to keep tweaking and be evolving in order to be really relevant. Because client need changes all the time. And I don't know about you, Orlando, but quite often when I'm speaking to clients, they actually they can't really articulate what they need. They actually just want you to help them get to the solution. And I always say to the business, what we're trying to do is help you achieve your strategy. Yes, we might be the legal arm of helping you to achieve that strategy, making sure you're doing it properly, making sure you're regulatory compliant, making sure we're navigating you through the pitfalls that may be put in your way by the legislative system and business generally. But you've got to be listening all the time, and I think going back to the PI sort of brand and ethos, You have to do that with individual clients who are in traumatic situations, because humans need empathy and humans need sympathy, and humans need this to be really relevant to us. So on the brand point around expert hand, human touch, there's that professionalism, which I think all clients would expect and all law firms would say they offer and do. The human touch bit is the part we say distinguishes us. And again, that comes from our history, which is around having to be incredibly empathetic in really traumatic times. Now, translate that into a business environment. Those sorts of words probably aren't quite as strong, but actually, if you're a CEO or an FD or a GC leading quite a difficult strategy, you're either an aspirant company or you're in a challenge zone or you're trying to disrupt a market, they are quite emotional times. I mean, I've been through many times in my board positions, growing something, rebuilding something, reforming something, rethinking something, thinking about our market, thinking about our people, how you bring them with you. It's quite emotional, and having someone alongside you to do that, I think, is really important. And if we can help play that part in even a small way, I think that is critical and is a true differentiator. I think you're right. The cynics are absolutely going to say, but we all do that. That's what we all do. Maybe we all do. The clients are the only ones that can tell us that. I believe that we believe in the power to do it. And I believe we listen hard. We don't always get it right. We are still very much on that journey. But we're willing to learn and we're listening hard. And I think we'll get there.
Well, thank you for watching. If you would like to see more videos like this one, subscribe to the channel and press the notification button below so that you will be alerted when new videos come out. We hope that you've enjoyed it and we look forward to the next one. And don't forget, you heard it here first.